The latest from podnews.net.
From the BBC World Service and NRK, this is Death in Ice Valley.
Death in Ice Valley, the hit podcast from the BBC World Service and NRK, is to produce a new episode recorded live in Bergen in Norway. It's out on all platforms on June the 24th. Spotify is the global number 2 podcast app, but it's beating Apple in many countries in the world, particularly due to Android's popularity in many places. According to Voxnest, Spotify is now beating Apple in much of southern and eastern Europe, Latin America, India and Indonesia. Podiant may be the first hosting company to let you choose from Apple's new categories. The new functionality comes with a lengthy warning. In particular, Apple gave no warning when they released the new categories, so we don't know much about how they're going to be implemented. We, and they, would probably advise, do nothing. Not that doing nothing stops us from experimenting. We've changed our podcast secondary category to News, Daily News, which is one of the new ones, and we wonder what'll happen. Si tibit placet latine loqui, hebdomana papae quod cita papa de podcast. If you enjoy speaking Latin, Hebdomana Papae is a new podcast in Latin from the Pope. It's a news show. Stephen Goldstein points out that the new Apple Podcasts app appears to have a place on the dock, which is good news for all of us. Triton Digital have released February's webcast metrics, which measures streaming media across the world. The top 3 lists in the US, Pandora, iHeart and NPR. In Latin America, Prisa Radio, Grupo Axia and Grupo Radio Centro. And in Europe, the Middle East and Africa, Talpa Radio, Prisa Radio and Carnival. No UK streamers seem to be measured though. President Barack Obama and Michelle Obama's production company Higher Ground have announced a partnership with Spotify to produce podcasts exclusive to the platform. Another exclusive podcast, this time on Stitcher, Deep Dive with Dana, a mini-series from Dana Carvey and Conan O'Brien. Is this a trend, do you think? The Multitrack Fellowship, which provides paid placements at UK independent audio production companies for underrepresented groups, as well as training and networking opportunities, has opened applications for 2019. You can apply online. Audioboom has expanded their ad sales team, hiring Jessica Landman from New York Public Radio as sales director and promoting Jordan Imsho to junior sales director. And thank you to Ausha, who host, share, manage and monetize your podcasts, for becoming our latest supporter. You should be like them. In podcasts today, a transgender woman and her wife have launched a podcast about life as an LGBT plus family. Our Life in Transition is about becoming parents and the changes that come along with transitioning from a straight couple to one with a trans partner. And Global Translations is a new podcast from Politico that tackles big problems that don't respect political boundaries.